So, welcome to this special session. And this special session has been arranged for our newly initiated devotees. And congratulations, जिनकी भी दीक्षा हुई है नई नई उनको सबको. So we so easily go there and we take vows. I'll chant 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I'll follow 4 regulative principles. I'll be servant of the servant. Or when people take vows, they are in such a high spirit. And that day is really one of the day because it is like a second birth, ऐसा बोलते हैं. But first birth जब हुआ था तभी हमको कुछ पता ही नहीं. This is the second birth which is happening, and we are conscious and we are so determined on that day. Actually, everybody remembers the day of initiation. Everybody is like, no, I'm going to follow this process. Rather, any devotee's highest point in his devotional life is that. Like something like highest point for a doctor is when he gets admission in medical college. When I got 97%, instead of celebrating, I started crying. I went into my room and half an hour I was crying. So basically, because it's the highest moment, so initiation also is like the highest moment for that devotee in that devotee's life. So so now, but it is not so easy जितना हम लोग easily बोल देते हैं ना. So for few days it is easy, for few months it is easy because we are now newly initiated. But then, yeah, there are difficulties which people face when they get initiated and after few years. And this today's session we have arranged specially for this. And all these 3 vows we take: chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, and be a servant of the servant. All of this is possible only if we continue to stay in ISKCON. Okay, now let us go one by one. Okay. So now I am talking about a devotee who chants 16 rounds, not able to read, not able to read. Many people fall in this category. But he hears. He hears while getting ready. He hears Bhagavatam while traveling. So he's very good at hearing. Matlab 2 hours of 2 hours of chanting and almost 2 hours of hearing. So this whole session, what I have arranged is my own meeting. It's not that these standards are defined by any. I myself I have churned this. So how do I label this person? क्या लिखा है ऊपर? Lukewarm. Lukewarm. So chanting 16 rounds, not able to read, but able to hear. तो आप बोलेंगे प्रभु जी 2 घंटा चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं, 2 घंटा हियरिंग कर रहे हैं, फिर भी आप उसको lukewarm बोलो, because of the second point, not able to read. If you are not able to open your shelf, take out Srila Prabhupada's book and read, so then you don't, you fall in the category of lukewarm devotee. So you say, but I'm hearing lectures. Hearing क्या है ना? Hearing, yes, it's a part of our process. Shravan. Hearing is like what Prabhuji's do at home. Mataji's cook, Prabhuji's eat. Honor person. So Mataji's, they cut sabji, they make everything, and they, don't worry, don't worry. They do the cooking, Prabhuji's eat. So somebody else prepares the lectures. Preparing lecture is like cooking. And we just hear and enjoy the lecture. So there is no effort. There is no active effort on our side for, reading Prabhupada's book. And therefore, I categorize this that you still fall in the look. Title is list, List. Now, second category. First we talk. Second category, chant 16 rounds. Don't read. Don't hear. Don't associate. So then you become susceptible to fall anytime. And when we are susceptible to fall, because if we are not hearing, if we are not reading, we are susceptible to fall by two things. We get hurt by devotees. किसी ने आपके ऊपर जोर से चिल्ला दिया टेम्पल में, ए प्रभु जी इधर से नहीं जाने का, इधर से। अरे यार ये मंदिर है यार, तुम लोग ऐसे, मेरा फेथ उड़ गया। So you have to be heard by devotees or have we some fight with devotees, some argument. These are the ways by which, or we don't agree with some policy which has been designed by our temple, local temple, whichever. तो मुझे ये जमा नहीं, मंदिर ने ये प्रोग्राम बना. So if we are reading, if we are hearing, if we are associating, if we are, so then we become resilient. Okay. So इनको क्या बोलेंगे? जो चैंट करते हैं, जो रीड नहीं करते, don't hear, don't associate, then we come to breaking for ice cold. पहले lukewarm थे. कौन थे lukewarm? Chant 16 rounds, not able to read, but hear. Ice cold, not only chanting 16 rounds, not reading, not hearing, not associating. Susceptible to. क्या होता है, हम लोग इनिशियल ईयर्स में हम लोग जाते हैं, अटेंड करते हैं. ये आजकल बोलना पड़ रहा है. लिटरली हम, मैं सेवा इंचार्ज हो तो मैं कभी कभी पूछता हूँ कि कोई आ रहा है, कोई इसमें से नहीं आ रहे. ऐसा हो जाता. टेम्पल आना, बैठना, सुनना. नाउ थर्ड कैटेगरी. स्पेलिंग क्या लिया था आपने? निमोनिक. लिस्ट, LI. They chant 16 rounds. They read. They hear. He hears. Associates. Serves. Attends. Attends. This should become a part of our thing. Now, attends. If you are not able to go to the temple, because many of you may be staying far off, at least once in a week you need to attend a local satsang program. You should हफ्ते में एक बार कहीं तो बैठ के सुनना है. Then takes responsibility, some seva. Okay, then we call it steady. Steady. So that means those who have got initiated recently have to do this if you want to remain steady. And previously also, chant 16 rounds वो तो है ही, but उसके साथ reading होना चाहिए. So the example I was giving is Mataji's cook, Prabhuji's eat. Eating and enjoying the feast is hearing. Cooking is reading. There is effort. So every day, most of the people we see in ISKCON who move from steady to lukewarm to ice cold is because of not reading books. So we have all this Bhagavatam, Grupna Nityam, Bhagavat Sevaya, and so it becomes so heavy for me to post one Bhagavatam, two Gita, five Chaitanya Charitamrita verses. But I never give up this seva. For one reason that because of that I sit and I read one Bhagavatam verse and two verses of Gita and five verses of Sri. So it really helps me. Haribol. No, but then what is tea? You have to go ahead of this. Now tea is transcendent. You have to reach this stage of transcendent. So he reads, here जो steady का सब था ना, reads, hears, associates, serves, takes it. Sings Vaishnav bhajans. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, when he describes the Rehete Goloka Bhai, he says, when I come home from my office, I see my wife, my children, they are singing bhajans, chanting. I feel my house is like Golok Vrindavan. Okay? So, we have to reach to this stage. Actually, it happened that, at Srila Prabhupada's quarters, recently I visited Vrindavan. And at Srila Prabhupada's quarter, I was sitting there, and 7:15 in the evening, there is Aarti. And Mataji's do alternate, Prabhuji's Mataji's. So one Mataji, she came and she took her harmonium. Nobody knows her name also there. I asked also, who is she? And she started singing the bhajan, Sei Mora Pranadhana, Rupa Goswami. That how he's, he is my mantra japa. There I took out the bhajan and I was thinking that, this is something which we should bathe in. At least daily one bhajan we should be singing in front of the Lord. Then our mood is maintained. Shuddha Manasa Deha Geho Jeho Jo Pichumor. When we sing such kind of bhajans, I offer my mind, Manas Deha, I offer my body, my house, my everything. Jo Kichum. Arpilo Tuva Pade Nanda Krishna. So this should become, part of our Vaishnav bhajan that goes. तो आप बोलेंगे प्रभु जी 16 माला कैसे तो होता है वो भी कैसे होता है वो बेड पे बैठ के कि रात का 12 और ये 16 करके हम लोग सो जाते हैं सो वी हैव टू फाइंड टाइम तो व्हाई नाउ स्टडी से आगे मैं ट्रांसेंडेंटल डिस्क्राइब करूं ऐसे लोग हैं यहाँ जो मंगल आरती करते हैं अपने घर में ही रोज शाम को गौर आरती करते हैं। तो ये अभी these are the people who do मंगल आरती in the morning and evening गौर आरती, trying to constantly remember the Lord, preach. Actually, what happens is eventually, initially, we are all very heavy preachers. When we came into Krishna consciousness, we bring our friend, relative, everything. Then after a few years, we realize people are not responding. So we stopped preaching. We had Mahaprabhu Prabhu. At the age of 75 also, when I had met him 30 years back, he was same. After 30 years also, he was same. Basic, you are not body, you are soul. Chant Hare Krishna. And every Sunday he used to come to the temple, park his car in front of the temple, open his dicky, and from his dicky he used to take so many malas. And then go and give it to those who want it and who are ready to chant. Now in the evening when I go for my chanting, till I complete my 16 rounds in the morning, then 4 o'clock my office gets over. So I go back to the temple because Sambit has his own classes. Radhini is in her studies. So I then chant and I come back. So that time what I do, I have made a rule that between every 2 rounds, those visitors who are coming, I go to them, I give them beads, tell them chant. Some of them refuse. Let them refuse. It's insulting actually. Everybody is watching and people say, it's okay. And then try to take their number if they are ready. I preach to Prabhuji's only. And those boys, then I try to get their number, try to send them links. So all of you are on the IDT group or ISKCON decided. So daily listening of Bhagavatam, वो rule बनाना ही. You adjust your schedules. First option, listen when it is going on live. वो सबसे बेस्ट है. 8:15 put it. So then what happens is you at least. Second option, that if you are not there, like so I have my lectures at 8:15 sometimes. So moment we get free or afternoon we are taking lunch in our office, put it on and try to. So when God sees that we are stretching ourselves to listen to, I'm telling you that will sustain us, that will keep us inspired. All of us becomes dry. Eventually everybody has this phase like the ECG in devotional life. Sometimes we are on a high, sometimes we are on a low. So when we go on a low, why we are going on a low in devotional life? One, no hearing, no reading. So we should try. I have put that Srila Prabhupada step in the bathroom only. First thing I do in the morning is before even drinking water. So chalu karta हूं because there Roshan is sleeping there, everybody is sleeping here, so nobody is disturbed by that. And then I start hearing that. 1 hour, 1 hour from the point I wear my clothes and go to the temple. 1 hour I hear Srila Prabhupada. So you feel very inspired by it. Rasran is we have kept Radhanath Maharaj's tape. So putting it on, it's always, our mind, our mind will do anything and everything to stop us progress on our devotional life. We have to again and again push our mind, go there, put it on. नहीं भाई सुनना है रोज सुबह सुनना है और आजकल मोबाइल से मोबाइल लोग बाथरूम में लेके जाते हैं सुबह सुबह टॉयलेट, उधर लगाओ, ठीक है, लगाओ यूट्यूब पे, पुट शिल प्रभुपाद लेक्चर्स। वो सिनेरियो आप बोल रहे हैं कि इफ यू डोंट हैव टाइम होल डे देर, तो टॉयलेट में तो बैठे, उधर तो पिछले दिन का तो आईडीटी का लेक्चर सुनो, यू कैन ऑलवेज हियर द आईडीटी लेक्चर ऑफ द प्रीवियस डे। सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट that we constantly strive to keep ourselves charged। हम हमारे मोबाइल को चार्ज करने के लिए कैसा स्ट्रगल करते, ऑफिस में एक चार्जर रखते हैं, साथ में पावर बैंक रखते हैं, रखते हैं कि नहीं? बोलो तो यार ये बंद हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा। लेकिन हम हमारे डिवोशनल लाइफ, डिवोशनल लाइफ में अगर हमको ऐसी एक्स्ट्रा से एंजॉय करनी है ये बच्चों से तो हम हमारे डिवोशनल लाइफ में, ये हमारे चार्जर है। Our Srila Prabhupada's books, I'm telling you, Krishna book is such a thing. We when we go do the service of putting the deities to rest in the altar, there is Krishna book reading for 10 minutes. And I used to read whenever I used to do that seva. I used to feel so nice, and I used to hurry, mic क्यों नहीं पढ़ता? I always used to feel that we should keep Krishna book, all devotees, near your bed and try to read it before sleeping. It's a very nice, because Gopinath is doing this. The Lord is doing this. So we should also make this habit. So get up, start lecture. So why I'm here writing this list? We started with lukewarm, then we went to ice cold, then went to steady and transcendence. So I'll not ask everybody where do you fall in this category. Those who have missed, please, I'll put the link today itself. Please listen to this session along with ecstasy sounds of our children. So what we should be doing is our struggle. So this, why I have taken these 4 categories is what happens is we fall many times. Many times we go into lukewarm phase. Okay, we go into lukewarm phase. All of us have to agree. We have described what is lukewarm phase. Okay. So lukewarm phase we said, or sometimes we go into ice cold stage also. Ice cold stages, क्या है ice cold stage? Only chanting 16 notes, no reading, no hearing, no ऐसा चल रहा है, कोई फोन करते बस चल रहा है, 16 माला चल रहा है, बाकी कुछ मत पूछो. That is ice cold. So we go into that stage sometimes when we become weak. But our constant struggle should be come out of that, at least then reach our lukewarm stage. Usme we are hearing. So we reached lukewarm stage, then we should try to go to the next phase, steady. Usme reading, hearing, association. So Maya will again and again pull us to ice cold stage. So उसमें से fight मार के we have to reach at least the steady state. तो steady पे आके steady नहीं होना है. उसके आगे we should reach the transcendental stage where we are chanting, reading, taking response, singing वैष्णव भजन. मतलब ट्रांसेंडेंटल स्टेज क्या है मालूम है? जब लोग आपको पागल बोलते हैं. क्या है कि रास्ते से जा रहे तो भी और सही you are trying to maintain your Krishna consciousness all 24 hours. नींद में से भी किसी ने जरा तो हरी 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 हरी, नहीं तो क्या हुआ. So we should target, उधर पहुंचेंगे नहीं हम. ये हर महीना प्रयास करेंगे तो हर महीने में एक दिन उधर हिट करके आ जाए. So we should always कि रोज at the end of the day टिक की वैष्णव भजन वगैरह करो. और टाइम रहता है हमारे पास एक्चुअली. सबके पास टाइम रहता है ना. वन थिंग आई एम टेलिंग यू, गिव टाइम टू कृष्णा, कृष्णा विल गिव यू टाइम. You keep on telling Krishna, I don't have time, he will take away all other time also. कृष्ण को आप बोलते रहो मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं, टाइम ही नहीं, तो वो बच्चा कुछ भी निकाले. ओके, सो बेसिकली हमको ड्राई नहीं होना. सो अगेन these are the 4 vows and we discuss, and if we want to follow these 4 regulative principles, we need to sustain in association. To sustain in association, we need to remain humble. Most important. Those who leave, they leave because they are not humble. नहीं करने का हम. क्या है तुम लोग ऐसा करते हो, वैसा करते हैं. Those who are not humble, those who have objections on everything. मंदिर में ऐसा क्यों है? इंग्लिश में क्यों देते लेक्चर? लोग मराठी है ना, महाराष्ट्र है, मराठी में बोलो. ऑब्जेक्शंस ऑन एवरीथिंग. जैसा है वैसा. इसमें आई रियली हैव डीप एप्रिसिएशन फॉर दोज disciples of gurus who speak in English and disciple is Maharashtrian, doesn't understand. मेरे को ना उनका पैर धोने का मन करता है. They have accepted a guru with whom they can never speak. सोचिए क्या डेडिकेशन है. You know, they know that I don't understand English and my guru doesn't understand Marathi. And still they take initiation. And whole life they hear guru's lecture.